Have you ever felt drained and stuck at the same time, wondering what life would be like years to come? Sis, let me tell you how I felt. There was a season in my life when everything felt unclear. I believed in God, prayed often, and tried to do what was right, but deep down, I felt stuck. I had dreams, ideas, and quiet desires placed in my heart, yet nothing seemed to move forward. Days turned into months and months into years. I began to wonder if I had misunderstood God or if He had forgotten about me. One night, overwhelmed by frustration, I sat alone with my Bible open, but my heart heavy. I wasn't looking for a specific verse, I just needed reassurance that my life still mattered to God. As I flipped through the pages, my eyes rested on a familiar scripture, one I had read many times before, but never truly applied. And the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Habakkuk 2, verse 2. That verse humbled me. I realized I had been rushing God. I wanted immediate results, quick answers, and instant confirmation. But God was reminding me that vision requires patience, and patience requires trust. Including God in my life meant more than praying when I was desperate. It meant allowing Him to guide my steps daily, when things were quiet, slow, and uncomfortable. It meant trusting that His timing was perfect, even when it didn't align with mine. Over time, small changes began to happen. Opportunities appeared, not always big ones, but meaningful ones. My mindset shifted. I became more disciplined, more focused, and more intentional. Instead of comparing my journey to others, I began measuring my progress by obedience. I started revisiting the vision I wrote. On days when doubt crept in, I would read it aloud. On days when nothing seemed to be working, I reminded myself that God had already spoken, and His word does not return void. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6. Including God in my life changed how I made decisions. I no longer relied solely on logic or fear. I prayed first. I waited when God said wait. I moved when He said move. Even when the vision felt delayed, I learned that delay was not denial. Looking back now, I understand something I didn't then. Writing the vision was not just about the future. It was about alignment. God wasn't only preparing the promise, He was preparing me. Habakkuk 2:2 taught me that faith requires action. Prayer is powerful, but obedience activates purpose. Writing the vision gave me clarity, direction, and accountability. Most importantly, it kept God at the center of my journey. Today, I still write, I still pray, I still wait, but I no longer feel lost. I know that when God gives a vision, He is faithful to complete it at the appointed time. And whenever I feel uncertain again, I return to those words that changed everything. Write the vision and make it plain. Because when God is included, nothing written in faith is ever wasted. To hear more stories like these, please subscribe, like, and follow for more. Thanks in advance.